Alright, now I'm going to review Depeche Mode's Some Great Reward, which, in retrospect, is the really first big hit album, because, you know, it had People Are People, and that was, like, their breakthrough song, you know, about 1984, you know, that was their, you know, big breakout song and everything, so this album is a good album. It's going more towards the Black Celebration, you know, of course, Construction Time Again came after it, which that's a good album, but, you know, it was leading more to the darker territory, and it starts off with Something to Do, which is just a jamming rocker. It's just one of those songs that's just like that. Like, sometimes Depeche Mode can deliver those just out of nowhere, and, I mean, it's a haunting rock pop song. I love it. Lie to Me is a lot slower. It has Dave's vocals coming into full range. You know, it's a haunting song as well, and I mean, I think those first two tracks are good enough just to buy the album. Just those first two tracks are just magnificent. And of course, then we go to People Are People, which I think I've heard a few too many times, but it's a great song. It's Depeche Mode's first really big hit, and the music video is pretty unique and shows Dave doing some weird dances on a Navy boat, but it's the first big song, and it's a good song. It's definitely a Depeche Mode classic. And right after that, we have Doesn't Matter, which is probably my least favorite song on the album, but that's not a bad thing. I mean, it's still a good song. It's just, you know, it doesn't stand out like the others do. Stories of Old is a great song, great vocals, a great hook. It's a good song. You know, I think it's a good song to work out to, definitely. Then we get to Somebody. Oh man, Somebody, sung by Martin Gore. Beautiful, beautiful ballad. I don't know what to say about this song. You know, it's a popular Depeche Mode song, and sometimes it even gets lost in the ruffles when talking about their most, you know, all the good love songs they've done. Somebody's just, it's a beautiful, beautiful ballad, sung expertly by Martin Gore. It's definitely one you ought to check out. And If You is a great song. It has a good hook to it. Then we come to Blasphemous Rumors, which is probably the best song on the album. It has some real interesting lyrics. It's about anti-religion, and you know, some people have said it's a controversial song, but I think it's a very good song. It's very well written by Martin Gore and has a great hook, and I mean, the lyrics are really, you know, I don't know, lyrics are really interesting. It's even a little bit different for Depeche Mode, because they don't totally always go to religion, but, you know, sometimes they will, and this is a good religion song. And I have to also add, this features Master and Servant, which, I won't lie, it took me a few times to listen to Master and Servant before I really got into it, because I'm like, oh, they're just singing a cheesy sex song, trying to be clever by calling it Master and Servant, trying to do some kind of S&M thing. But the song starts out this kind of weird It's a Lot with Martin Gore and Andrew Fletcher, and, you know, doing all that weird stuff, and then it just goes to this great bass and drums, and it's a really, really good rockin' song. The lyrics are, it might take a while to get used to them, but this is a Depeche Mode classic, definitely. That song, and this whole album's really good, and it's leaning towards the Depeche Mode territory that, you know, will become some of their best albums. And I give Some Great Reward 4.5 out of 5.